Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the Uverse, it's your boy MtnMoto coming at you, and FCO Steve coming at you from our friends over at Foothills BMW and Triumph here in Lakewood, Colorado, right off of 14th and Wadsworth. And today's demo day ride, if I can get Steve out of the way, bastard, is on this beautiful 2016 Triumph Speed Triple 1050S. I don't know why I had that 1050, everybody just knows. The Speed Triple is the big boy. The Street is the 675. So this is the S model. I'm 6'3", got a 34-inch inseam. I'm comfortably flat-footing it on this bike. Now let's go catch up with the group. I know where we're going. Now this one has traction control. It's a little bit more of a sport ride than your traditional naked. Definitely feel like I'm a little bit more bent over. Actually kind of like it. Not kind of, I really like it. Oh, feel that torque. Oh, sorry, let me close this. Oh my goodness, golly gee. I'm gonna hang out at the back and play sweep on this ride because I want to play. On the instrument cluster, we've got a gear indicator, miles per hour, we've got a trip odometer, and then we got the lovely analog tach with the integrated warning lights and fuel lights and all that kind of stuff. We've got a fuel gauge on the right edge of the digital cluster and a clock up in the top left. Continuing on with a slightly more sport bike feel. So the rear sets are a slightly rear position. They're just behind the hips. They are also tucked up quite a bit. So it's like your sport bike feel on your lower body. You can really lock it in, and that aids with your leaning forward a little bit more. That'll help you keep your weight off of your wrists so that your wrists don't start hurting. Those are my favorite factory mirrors or stock mirrors I think I've ever encountered. And I'm a bit biased. I absolutely love bar end mirrors, but those are very nice, very good pattern, and perfectly placed and out of the way. What I like about bar end mirrors and why I don't like factory mirrors, I don't like having stuff right here. I want it out of my line of sight. Most of my focus when I'm riding is riding, which means I need full visibility out in front of me. I don't want to be distracted by what's in front of me and is attached to the bike. Oh, MtnMoto, brother, I see what you love about this bike. I really do, man. I really do. I love this bike too. I've always been a Triumph fan. You know, I'm an Anglophile and a Ducatista, so I'm torn. But this Speed Triple S is a whole new experience. Oh, it shifts so nice. It looks like it's got shift lights, and maybe when we get onto 26th here, I will test it out and we'll see how it responds. See if we can get some lights to light up and glow like a Christmas tree. So now I apologize, I don't have all the specs on this bike. I will have them scrolling on the screen, but I did not, to be perfectly honest with you. Yep, so it's not progressive, it's just they all come on at once. But this was a demo day, and I just wanted to get out and ride, and I'll ride whatever they had available. You know, life on two wheels isn't about the bike as much as it is just about being on two and out and having fun. Like, I would have happily ridden that T120, very happily. I would have happily ridden that GS 1200. I did happily ride a K1600 GT. I have happily ridden an S1000 XR. If you guys have not seen those reviews, check the cards because they will be in there. So we've got standard controls. Oh, what's the mode? What can we do in the mode? Okay, so we've got a rain mode. We've got a road mode. We've got a track mode. And how do you set the mode? Oh, okay. So this is another one where I don't know if it was the clutch or closing the throttle that did it, but I did both and that locked it into track mode. We are now in track mode. Let's see what this sucker has in track mode. Lock in the lower body. Now we don't have electronic suspension or anything like that. We do have ABS on these bikes. Dual caliper front brake setup. Each caliper or each disc has dual pistons, so very capable. Ooh, throttle response is nice. I love that sound. So very capable front brake setup, comfortable cockpit. The thigh cutout is good, it's not perfect. They could have done a better job on giving you a place to lock in your thighs, or at least someone of my height. I feel like tank grippers would definitely be appreciated on this bike to really lock in the lower body. And we got a mechanical clutch. We are not on a pneumatic clutch, so we get the traditional feel and responsiveness of the clutch lever, which I really do appreciate anymore. Whoa! That wasn't even pushing it, and that was 65 in second in, yeah, from now to now. All right, MtnMoto, I see what you're talking about, dude. I see why you got your speed triple. I see. And this thing's even stock. It's just a stock S. Oh, yeah, brother. For those of you that don't know who I'm talking about, by all means, please hit that card. Go check out my boy up in New Jersey, MtnMoto. The man puts out incredible content. Highly entertaining, in my opinion. Not your typical everyday moto vlogger is what I'm saying. Let him know that you're coming from the mountains. So as I said, I apologize. I don't have any specs on this bike other than what I already know about it because I already loved it before I even got here. I was really hoping to be able to ride it. So as soon as they opened up Ride 3 and Ride 4, I was like, haha, speed triple. I went in there, I'm taking it for the third one. So yeah, this is the bike that I am very interested in. Or join that FZO life. Probably the 9. I like the 9 a lot better than the 10, even though it doesn't fit with my mantra to not have the most powerful, most capable motorcycle in the line. The engineers at Triumph are absolutely brilliant. They spent all this time engineering a wonderful single-sided swing arm, and then they moved everything up away from the wheel to showcase that work of art. I love it. So let's get an exhaust sound. Let's hear. She sounds good. You can actually get a lot of the attraction to a Triumph triple is actually the intake, the induction noise. They get that intake whistle because of the way that they're configured. That is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Wow, I'm in love. I absolutely love this bike. Now this saddle is not the most comfortable seat I've ever been in or been on, but it is not by any stretch of the imagination the least comfortable bike I've ever been on either, especially for a sport bike position. It's got enough give to it that you can tell that you're not just sitting on cardboard. You've got room you can move around in. I definitely feel like I could canyon strafe with this. I think we're gonna go straight, and I really hope we do. And if we do, I'm gonna let them go a little bit because I know this canyon, and I kind of want to hit this canyon a little bit hard and actually see what this front end can really do. So I'm hoping I can let them, we got cars up there, so I'm gonna have to really slow down. I'll let them get a little bike, bro. Just want to get at least 1 or 2 good corners where I can really feel what this thing is all about, see what that front end sets up like. And we've got the opportunity on this road if people cooperate. All right, this might be my only option. Let's see. Nice and stable. that's not the best opportunity, but then see what this cockpit, oh, it's very nice to move around in. Yeah, it took to moving very well. The high position of the foot pegs meant that I could shift my ass wherever I wanted it to and not disturb the bike. The bike was stable. I actually shifted my weight right after the apex of that first turn. Did not disrupt the corner at all. This bike was just planted. Very nice chassis. And moving the weight was seamless. It was very comfortable. Definitely felt locked in on the lower body. Nice job, Triumph. That's what I'm talking about. That, my friends, is a Super Naked. Now, is this thing going to be a wheelie hooligan like Kishardio's FZ10 SP, he's hoping, or the Aprilia Tuono? Probably not. But I think you could hoon on this bike. I think you could definitely hoon on this bike. This thing feels a bit sportier than the FC10. The FC10 was more of a naked. It was more of a vertical seating position. Whereas this one feels more like a hybrid between a leader bike, like a Fireblade, and a naked. It's a good compromise in between the two, in my opinion. This is more carve inspired, I believe. This would definitely inspire you to carve the corners more than the FC10, and I'd really like to get out and do a back-to-back comparison on some of my favorite canyons and see which one I really like better. Oh, we got a tunnel. We got a tunnel. You know what that means. I'm gonna rev bomb. Let's fucking do. Yeah, oh, she sounds mean. All right. Yeah. If Duchess ever goes Ducati on me, I do think I will be going Triumph. Because now I've ridden the FC10. I've ridden the FC09. I knew this speed triple would also be in the running. And for my style of riding and for what I enjoy on two wheels, I think this is a better match for me than either of the FZs. So I'm going to call it right now. Here's my shot. Here's what's happening. I will be getting a Triumph Speed Triple, but it will be a Speed Triple R if Duchess ever goes Ducati on me. This bike is intoxicating. Even around town, it's putting a smile on my face. And like I said, the lower body position, actually, we've now been on it for 10 miles. Ish. And my wrists are not hurting. The lower body position definitely affords you the opportunity to lock in and utilize your core to support your upper body instead of trying to support it with your wrists. The clutch is so buttery on this. Let's put it in road mode. Okay, so it is a combination. Gotcha. You have to do both. So right there, changing modes on the fly. I tried just closing the throttle. That didn't do it. I tried just pulling in the clutch. That didn't do it. Pulling in the clutch, closing the throttle, did it. All right, not prepping myself at all with my feet or with my lower body. I didn't tense into anything. Suspension did a nice job on that. Look through the turn, roll on. Oh yeah, we hit trips real quick. Now it is still a naked bike, so it's got minimal fairings. Right now my audio is pretty much useless. That entire roll-on was in road mode. There's sport, there's track. Let's see how this one sets in this long sweeping concrete. That little cut actually didn't do much to disrupt the balance of the bike. This would not be my choice for a highway cruiser. But that's not what it's intended for. Let's be honest. For just about everything else, this would be my choice though. Very nice back brakes. See, and unlike so many other bikes, this one actually effortlessly slipped into neutral from second gear. I have a lot of hard times with brand new bikes doing that. They don't like going from second into neutral. You got to go all the way down into first and then ease it up into neutral. Tunnel. Know what that means? I know, I'm a kid. All right. So here's the time in the ride where I've been doing my wrap up. My pros and my cons, because now we are on the way back to the dealer. So let's start with the cons, because there are so few. What do I not like about this bike? I don't like the fact that it's not an R. I don't like the lack of electronics, i.e. cruise control, heated grips. I don't like the lack of wind protection, but honestly at city speeds, 35 miles an hour, you're just fine. It's at highway speeds that you definitely notice the lack of a windscreen whatsoever or any sort of fairing. I don't like the lack of a quick shifter. Triumph, if it's in the R, I honestly haven't looked. If it's in the R, bravo. If it's not, please make it be a factory option, because I would do it. I don't know about other people, but I think it's worth it 100%. Yeah, that's all the things I don't like about this bike. Things I love about this bike. I love this bike. No, I love the motor. I love this 1050 triple. Cannot say it enough. I love it. I love the 675. I love the Triumph triples. I love the balance between the torque of a V-twin and the power of an inline 4. And these things wrap it up beautifully. I love the single-sided swing arm and the way that Triumph implemented it. I think they did a phenomenal job. I love the Brembo brake package. Front and rear, these brakes are magnifique. I love the clutch. Love, love, love the clutch. I can't get enough of that motor! I love the fact that they come with a factory bar end mirror. That is very well implemented. I love the styling of this bike. I really appreciate that they are embracing the sport nature of their bike as opposed to the leisure nature that I feel that some of the other nakeds adopt. So we've got number 1, I love the engine. Number 2, I absolutely love the exhaust sound. Number 3, I absolutely love the intake sound. Number 4, I absolutely adore the single-sided swing arm and the way that Triumph implemented it and made it beautiful. Number 5, I love the Brembo brake package. That's what it was. Number 6, I absolutely adore these bar end mirrors. Good job, Triumph, giving us mirrors that get the hell out of our way and let us see what we're doing and still function very well as mirrors. Bravo. Number 382. Did I mention I really, really, really like this motor? Number 1,076,000. I love the digital implementation with the analog tack. And these are not pros and cons. These are loves, and I could do without. Or I will change immediately or very soon after buying the bike because it's quite easy. Or things that I just wish came on the bike. There is no true hate on this bike. Not that I have found. But anyway, if you enjoyed this wrap up, this quick little first ride on the 2016 Triumph Speed Triple S, give me a thumbs up. If you've got experience with this bike, MtnMoto, please leave me a comment down below. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button for more bike testing action and bike shenanigans from your boy MtnMoto. But until the next time, boys and girls of the U-verse, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs, you know I love y'all. Keep that shiny side up. Peace.